The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to the special edition of the Horrible Gamers podcast. This is a special show talking exclusively about Battlefield 5. The reveal happened today, May 23rd, 2018. We're going to get right into it, and we're going to talk about Battlefield 5. So enjoy this conversation.
Just looking at the main Battlefield page on YouTube, 65,000 dislikes, and I'm like, what?
Oh boy!
Well, people are just doing that because they're trying to do.
Yeah, they're trolling.
They're trying to do the
I think
Call
that's
of
just
Duty
the new
thing.
Yeah, that's just the new internet thing. Like,
Yeah, I figured that. Yeah.
when's the last game that came out that everyone didn't hate on, other than God of War?
But I thought, okay, is that what we're picking on now? But wasn't it last year or 2 years ago when Battlefield 5 came out with
Battlefield 1.
Battlefield 1 came out with their trailer, and then Call of Duty came out, and it was like, oh, the Call of Duty one is the worst, So I don't know.
Yeah, the trailer was awesome. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
awesome.
It was the Battlefield we know and love, but better in every way. I mean, what's to hate? I don't understand.
Yeah, just people are mad because it was like, oh, it's a woman with an amputee with the hook for an arm, and I'm just like, why are you concentrating on
that?
It's a video game, people. It's a video game.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth there.
And a lot of people are upset because it's there's a woman on the front of the cover.
Yeah.
And if you go back to Battlefield 1, they had they had a black male on the cover, right? I don't know where he was, what country he was from, but the thing is it shows that
They were.
you have the Tuskegee Airmen and stuff like that. Those were African Americans that fought in World War II that you don't hear a lot of their stories, and also a lot of women definitely in Russia, fought in World War II.
Yeah.
So people are just, they get bent out of shape and they're like this and that, and I'm like, listen, they're trying to talk about the customizations, like, oh, I get to customize my, person or whatever, and I'm just like, things like that. I'm just like, all I see is a reticle and the tip of my gun usually in my hand. And then when I ADS, I see down my sights. I could care less on what I look like. So I just want the gameplay to be smooth and get the...
I like looking cute, personally. So I'm pretty excited. I've always wanted to be able to customize my character in Battlefield.
Yeah, I want to dress up as a dinosaur and jump out of a bus with balloons on top of it, but then I'm going to complain.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Exactly.
But hey, I'm with, and I know where Brink's going with that, because when I'm in third-person mode and I'm playing, like you said, Legends on the iPad or something like Dead Rising or something, I want to look ridiculous, or I want to look badass like in Destiny, or something,
Yeah.
Because other people are going to see me, they're going to talk to me, and I'll be like, it's my new armor,
I mean, it's obvious that because they got rid of Premium Pass and now they're adding character customization, it's obvious that they're just going to be selling cosmetics left and right. But we pay $60 originally, and then all DLC is free. That's pretty damn cool.
I don't think they're selling loot boxes and crates this time.
It's EA, man.
Well,
it's every
That's a good
time, right?
point.
Every time.
Good point.
Yeah, so
They said they're not giving it up. So
well,
I think
they
it's great.
did say
no the player base.
They did say no pay to win during the conference. They were like, "Was there going to be pay to win?" No, it's not going to be pay to win.
Well, Battlefield 1's not pay to win.
Yeah, so it's all cosmetics, obviously. But I do agree with Brink. I think they're going to have the loot boxes in there for like outfits and stuff you could buy.
Well, there's a thing called airlifts.
Okay.
Because if you buy the deluxe edition, you get 20 weekly items with airlift, which I think is probably what their
Loot box or something.
loot box things were going to be. But, you know, even Battlefield 4 had the crates, and if you remember, you got crates as you leveled up. You never got to pay real money for them. So that's what it could be. It could be that, no, you're not paying, but you can't pay money for them. But if you go up to the deluxe edition, you at least get 20 items, because that's what they used to do in Battlefield 4. Is if you're a premium member, they used to give you 10 or 12 of them a month.
Do.
Oh yeah, crap loads.
They still do, man. If you go log into Battlefield 4 and you're a premium member, you're gonna find out that you have 20 crates waiting to be opened.
Yep.
Happens to me every other week that I log in.
Now, if Battlefield 5 has, let's say, squad XP boosters in the loot crates, is that considered pay to win or no?
No.
No, I don't think so, because Battlefield 1 has a lot of those squad XP boosts in their crates, and I use them all the time, and I double stack them when there's double XP weekends and events.
Hell yeah.
And I don't feel like I'm cheating because I'm doing that.
That's just your rank.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess you could say guns are tied to rank, right? Because I think that's how it's going to work in this game, where instead of paying for a gun, you're going to unlock them with rank, or unless they're going to keep that same currency system. I guess we don't really know at this point if they're going to have that, right?
Yeah, the way it sounds to me is that there is no currency system. It's just you're going to play to unlock things, very similar to Battlefield 4, which I liked. I'm wondering if they're going to go a step further, though, in this one, and do it to where, let's say at a 1,000 score, whatever the score is, so say ranking up, I think right now, I have to score 250,000 points to rank up.
Yeah.
So, say it's at 20,000 points you're unlocking this gun. Well, that gun is for the assault class, but your next gun that you're unlocking is for the support class, and the next gun after that is for a sniper. So, maybe they're staggering them, because I was talking to somebody yesterday, and we're just saying, I just want to play, and I don't want to have to play somebody else's way, or I don't want to play Dice's way to unlock something. I just want to play, and as I'm playing, I unlock things.
So you don't want to play as a sniper to unlock sniper guns?
Correct.
Yeah. Because I know Battlefield 4 has that, right, where you do have to rank up a certain class to get those specific weapons.
Yeah, everything's been like that ever since. But this one here would be really nice, where it's just the sniper rifle I really want, I have to get to rank 30.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get to rank 30 just however I have to support my team. Because what happens is you get one medic and 15, and 4 other snipers, because they want to rank up their sniper to get the best sniper rifle, and that doesn't work.
Why does EA always put me on that team?
Yeah.
But it can go the other way, it can go the other way as well. So sometimes it's nice to make you play a certain way so that it varies the kind of players on the battlefield. Otherwise, sometimes everyone will be running the same class that has that one OP gun, instead of being forced to use other ways of playing.
Right.
Well, I know for a fact, in Battlefield 4, everybody runs engineer. Everybody runs engineer, and everybody runs, what's that gun? What the fuck? The AK-5C or some shit like that. And then you put a suppressor on it. Everybody has the same loadout. Suppressor, red dot, fucking laser sight. And it's perfect gun. That thing just drops people or whatever, left and right.
And Battlefield 4?
Yeah, everybody just runs with it.
I thought it was the AK-7 something. I run
Hell Regal, and
I ran
Battlefield
1. I ran the Ace 23 in Battlefield.
That's what it is.
4.
The Ace 50 something combo or CB or something like that. Is that what it's called? Carbine, the Ace 53BC something.
Oh yeah, that's a good gun.
Yeah, that thing's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of I like the challenges. I like to be able to work towards something and know exactly what I'm working toward. And I think it's fun to have to do little challenges. The issue is in Battlefield 1, some of the challenges they have were kind of ridiculous, like the one where you had to kill people with the trip mine, but the trip mine wasn't a one-hit kill at the time. So it was you had to tag them first, so they were already almost dead. and then they had to run into your trip mine and die.
I ran into some of those that I've caught fire and I've died pretty quick.
And then the shooting the airplanes down with the light machine guns.
That was bad.
I still haven't got that one.
No.
That was a pain in the ass.
All right.
Yeah, I don't like those things.
So, guys, if you have been listening to this, I have with me today Brun, former host, current/retired host from this Xbox Live podcast. Brun, BJ33 is here. Welcome, Brun.
Oh, yeah, thanks for having me.
I have my co-host, Gunnychief Henley Merrill. He's here to talk about some Battlefield. Right, Gunny?
That's right. I did watch that trailer today.
Good, good. And, of course, my co-op partner, I only game with the best, BrinkofEternity. Welcome back, Brink.
What's up, guys?
And, of course, I'm JesusWalksAlot, and today we're going to be talking about Battlefield 5, or Battlefield V, whatever. I think they said, what is it called?
It is 5. It is 5.
V was for victory.
V.
Yeah. So the one thing about that is they're saying never be the same, and a lot of people. I was thinking it was going to be V.
Yeah, same here.
Which also stood for 5. But because they've never used a Roman numeral in any of their games before, because it was 1942.
Yeah,
it was
that's right.
2, Bad Company, 3, 4, and 1, and even on 1 they said 1. They didn't say Roman numeral.
They should have just used 5 lines like Call of Duty.
They kept it simple.
Just give you like 5 tallies and you'd be fine.
4 and then 1 going across.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be fucking hilarious. Anyways, we got to see today, they unveiled their gameplay trailer. It was mostly a trailer, right? I think there was some gameplay in there, and it was kind of hinting at some... there was a new mode that they unveiled. What's it called, guys? The new mode they unveiled. Airborne or something like that?
Grand Operations?
Grand Operations. There's that one. And then that was the one where they said it would take... Sometimes, like, it'll take a team 4 days in-game 4 days. Like, a battle will take up to 4 days if there's a stalemate at the third day or whatever. That sounds really cool. So in the beginning... Apparently, you start off by like showing up to the battlefield, showing up for the initial battle. You battle it out. The second day, you continue the battle. And the third day, you continue the battle again until like one team completely dies. And apparently, your tickets don't refill like they do currently in the operations. Because I know in the operations currently, you get like 3 chances, right? If you're either side or if you're defending...
Yeah.
You get so many chances, and if you're attacking, you get so many chances to attack. Did they get rid of that, or is this... How are they doing that?
I don't know how they're doing this one, but when you say days, what it means is, you have your attack and defend.
Yeah.
If the attackers get all the way through the first defense, that's going to be day 1.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, if you do it in 5 minutes, day 1 lasts
day
5
1 is
minutes.
done.
Mm-hmm. Just think of it. You know how operations could be like
Sectors.
2 to 4 maps.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
each
the
time
rotation.
so each time when they did a map rotation, they moved to the next map rotation. That's what I think your days are going to be.
So that's what it is now. Okay.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
I wonder how they would represent that in game. Like you just see the sun flying rapidly through the sky as they charge forward.
They might just display it with the cutscene or something in between. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe just show it dim and then get bright again or something.
Yeah.
What I thought it sounded really cool that at the end it just becomes a stalemate. Like if both teams have a stalemate, they can't get past each other's front lines or whatever.
Right.
At the last day, it's like last man standing. You go out there with one clip. And then you have one clip, and that's it. No revives, no respawns, no picking you up off the ground. You're gonna get out there. It
just turns into battle royale mode. That's what day 4 is.
It sounded so cool.
So, yeah, that's the one thing about we don't know if they're going to have a battle royale mode. I'm assuming the answer is no.
Confirmed it or hinted at it.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't mention it at all.
Yeah, here's my thing is everybody's getting a battle royale mode, right? Mm-hmm. So now the thing is people are complaining that every game's getting a battle royale mode. And then this one game comes along, doesn't mention a battle royale mode, and everybody's complaining that it doesn't have a battle royale mode. Please, for the love of God, make up your mind.
Seriously, it's so frustrating.
Battlefield could do it. Call of Duty can't.
Sure.
Well,
I don't know.
It's funny listening to Call of Duty's version of Battle Royale because it's like, we're going to put 50 people, they never said like the number. And I heard Ryan and Wing talk about this on TXL this week is they never said how many people they're going to have in the map yet because Call of Duty's always been pretty small. But let's say they just say 50. It's like we're going to put 50 people in a big map. And I'm like, okay, so you're almost to a Battlefield game. And they're going to go from there. So it's funny because Battlefield has always been huge, and it's always been 32 to 64 people. The only thing is you can respawn. So what happens if you take away respawns and just make everybody against each other? Like Battlefield is very close to a battle royale game, but personally, I don't think they need it. I think between PUBG and Fortnite, I think we got the two best, battle royale games out there now. And you never know, the Call of Duty one might be awesome. And it's nice to see other people out there, but to have everybody do it,
I totally agree with that. Yeah, because we've seen other games like the Darwin Project come out. They have a battle royale mode. They got H1Z1 coming out on the PS4 now. That has a battle royale mode. It's like all these games are coming out left and right, and they're all battle royale this, battle royale that, and it's like I like how Battlefield just didn't even mention it. They act like it didn't even exist because it shows how confident they are in their own multiplayer. I think they know they have something great already. Conquest is an amazing multiplayer, and for the people that are out there that are listening to this and they may have never played Conquest or played a Battlefield game, just it's all-out warfare with tanks, planes, motorcycles, jeeps, explosions. You see somebody in a building, you blow up that building, that person is dead. Pretty much.
We've also seen where even Cliffy B even announced had a battle royale game that, and then shortly, months later was like, we're closing shop and this game will be closing up as well. So, but I just thought I'd throw this out there. It's like, why do we need this?
Too many battle royales.
Did you guys, I know I'm sidetracking here, but did you see when PlayerUnknown said, hey, Call of Duty, very cool, welcome to Battle Royale or something like that. And
welcome to the jungle.
Yes, and somebody was like, PlayerUnknown, like Battlegrounds wasn't even the first, like DayZ was the first, so you copied it from them. And somebody had to come like, PlayerUnknown was the person who wrote it for, DayZ, and then he left and went somewhere else, so he is actually the inventor of it, and it was like, oh, I had to look that up.
No, but he stole it from a movie.
Yeah, there was a movie.
Oh, well, yeah. So.
And they stole it from a book.
Yeah.
But I'm so hyped for Battlefield, guys. I watched the gameplay, I don't even know if it's a gameplay trailer. I'm assuming some of it is gameplay, not all of it. It was a really well done trailer, and I wonder if that's how the intros to some multiplayer matches are going to be, or if that was a part of the campaign. But if it was a part of the campaign, it looked like Conquest to me because it was like the markers and everything for Conquest.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's going on here? Is this like a mission in the campaign where you have to capture the points? Is this the actual multiplayer they're actually showing and we just don't realize it? Or is it a mixture of like they're just showing both together mixed in?
I think that's it. They just cut the different gameplay together for a cinematic style trailer.
Yeah, because I was like, if that's the intro to a multiplayer match, that's an intense intro.
Yeah, that definitely looked like single player.
Yeah, I mean, I think
trailer.
it's very similar to Battlefield 1. I mean, if you remember the Battlefield 1 trailer when it came out, it was, it was awesome, and it was a cut between a bunch of the scenes that you actually saw during the war, like during the stories, because you remember the tank part where he was like starting the tank engine and stuff. That was like, you see that later when you're playing that story in Battlefield 1. So, but I think it's just pieced in part together.
Yeah, to show both.
It was a very good trailer.
We got to saw a lot. We got to hear and see a lot of features and things that are going to be in this game. But one of the things we saw in the gameplay trailer was the new movement mechanics. Did you guys notice those? The sliding on your back, jumping, and laying down on your back, and shooting airplanes, and That was pretty cool.
And I hope that's, is that going to be just single player type thing? But the one thing I did notice is when she had the gun, I assume it was the woman that had the gun, and the way the clip was moving around, and I thought, oh, that's different,
Attention to details, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So cool.
I'm not big on the sliding part.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of sliding. Because I think, say sliding is in multiplayer, what you will find is you're going to find a bunch of sliding shotguns.
Yeah.
And I already hate shotguns as it is, but that's what it's going to be. It's going to be running down the hallway.
Me, brother.
Running down the hallway.
Sliding shotgun coming around the corner.
Man.
50 bullets going into you because I'm pounding you, and you're going to slide in one pump shotgun.
It'll be like a Destiny,
Yes.
Right?
Hell yeah, man. That new movement system has me so excited because it just adds a whole nother level to the gameplay and a whole nother way you can get one up on your enemies.
Yeah.
It raises the skill gap. If you get that movement system down really well, better than the next person, then you have one more chance at outplaying them. And I just think that's super cool.
Yeah, and I think Jack Frags, if you guys don't watch Jack Frags or like Level Cap, those are some Battlefield guys, but I think when Jack Frags, or maybe he was tweeting today, I can't 100% remember, so don't quote me, but
well, we're quoting you.
He's kind of going and saying that the Battlefield 5 is going back maybe a little more to the hardcore. So be prepared to not be a bullet sponge. Be prepared to have, skill. You're going to have that skill. So
hallelujah.
I know.
If you play the game, you get good at the game, you're going to be successful. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
What I would like to see is also, not only in this grand scale of what we had in Battlefield 1, with these big maps, and I mean, those are all beautiful, but maybe bring back a mode with the close quarters from Battlefield 3. Or was it Battlefield 4 that also had close quarters?
I enjoyed jumping in those. It was like a mini conquest. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun. Change things up every now and again.
Yeah.
I think they'll definitely have
slide,
that game mode again.
shotguns, close quarters.
Oh yeah, slide shotguns everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
It'll be crazy.
Can you imagine lockers or the subway?
Ooh, the subway.
Subway from BF3, and then
man.
I think lockers was
sliding shotguns
BF4.
everywhere, sliding snipers.
And you'll notice they had that Rainbow Six Siege thing where you lay backwards and sort of shoot your gun up. So everyone will just be laying in corners backwards.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
One thing that we did see in the gameplay, one thing that they talked about was the Tides of War. And they said this was going to be like a games as a service type thing that they're going to do throughout the Battlefield 5 life cycle, where they said they're going to be taking the community on special missions around the whole war of World War II. They're going to take us to Africa, to Europe, maybe the Pacific. Who knows where they're going to take us? But they said they're going to have like specific days, this week or this month we're going to do these 2 battles or whatever. This month we're going to do these 2 battles or whatever. And I wonder how that's going to play out, because that sounds pretty cool, because they got this new platoon system in there where you become part of a platoon and you're ranking up your platoon or something like that. It was really confusing how they unveiled all that with the different classes for the platoons, and you can be in there with your friends. I wonder if it's going to be like the Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4 platoons, or is it going to be like a new system just for Battlefield 5? I don't know how that's going to work. But the new Tides of War online campaign war thing, it looked freaking amazing. It looks fun. I'm ready for that.
And I don't mind. So we were talking earlier about people. You get these mix of people that it's just like, I don't want a documentary type game.
Yeah.
But then people are like, well, if you're going to do this, why do your people look all crazy, and you're going to be able to customize them and stuff? Just remember, it's a video game, and you're going out. But I am a huge history type guy, and World War II is like one of my favorite things to read about and to learn about. And I really like the Battlefield 1 when they went back to World War I. It's nice to learn a little bit of something, when I'm playing these games, so I don't mind that stuff. And the other thing is like not to, I'm what am I, 37 now? I'm 37, and some of the younger kids, and if you haven't noticed or taken a look around, a lot of World War II veterans are passing away, and I think was it last year or the year before we lost our last World War I veteran. So eventually, everybody like that's going to be gone, and this type of stuff here helps us like not forget and to remember and kind of put you in that place because of what those individuals did and the people that fought those wars. And I like that. That's, to me, it's more than a game. It's more than a game. It's
I agree with that.
Yes, okay, somebody's probably not running around with a missing limb, but I don't know
paint
that
on their face.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not. But in all honesty, I don't care. But as long as you see what's there and learn something, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I always thought it was really cool in Battlefield 1. I always thought it was cool in Battlefield 1 when you're doing the operations, how those are all based on actual battles that happened. Like they'll talk about how like in the Civil War in Russia, what's going on and how the Red Army was fighting the White Army or whatever, and how they were trying to take over the city, and if they lost the city, they knew they were going to lose the war. And it just kind of tells you, a piece of history every time you're loading into those games. If you listen, they're telling you about history. It might not be like a history class. You're not getting the details about it, but you're getting a little snip of what that battle was about, kind of.
Yeah, and I don't think we need Normandy. It's like, we're going to different places.
Yeah.
I don't think we need Normandy. It would be nice by time Battlefield 5's over, we do get Normandy. Because I still think that's an important piece, but it's nice to see all these. This was a world war.
Yeah, it was.
This war was
huge. Yeah,
it was in a lot of places. It wasn't just Battle of the Bulge, or and you see the movies. Of course, we've seen it 100 times, and Saving Private Ryan. I think they mentioned that during the reveal, and other movies like Enemy at the Gate, which is the Russian-based. Those guys that. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's like one of my favorites. But so
the thing about this game though is this game is based on true events. It's not just the game isn't about true events. It's based on true events, and we've had those games 10 years ago. How many of those games did we have?
Every single one.
This is another World War II game, and it's about time that things get a little more creative and we explore what we can do in that world. So. Otherwise, everyone would be complaining that the game does nothing new, and it's just the same boring thing we've had 100 times. Yeah. So,
and I think I think Medal of Honor, they did a pretty good.
Yeah, they did a good
take
job
on Normandy, but sure, if Battlefield can bring it out again, it'd be great.
Battlefield will do it crazier. More explosions.
I think guys can pull it off.
Yeah, and there's a couple things that. I was kind of like, I really want Battlefield to be a platform, and I was talking about this earlier, like, what do you want to see? What I was like, well, my blue sky Battlefield 5 is there's campaigns and there's multiplayer maps and there's skins for World War II, there's skins for Vietnam, there's skins for modern warfare, modern type thing, and that Battlefield is Battlefield. It's all the theaters of war. It's not just focusing on one or the other. Now, I know that's like crazy. I can't imagine having to develop that or, if it's just reskinning or not. But I thought it'd be cool. It's like, if I'm going to go work on my Battlefield 2 or World War II section, then I'm unlocking, the MP42 and unlocking the certain tanks. But if I'm in the Modern Warfare part of it, then I'm getting the Abrams tank and the AEK weapon and Ace 23 and stuff like that. I just thought it would be cool to get like all these things. But there's a lot of stuff they didn't go over that I just want to know. Like I want to know how the assignments and awards are, like the medals. Like the medals in Battlefield 1 were horrible.
Yeah, they were bad.
It was like the worst thing. It's just like you can only work on one at a time, and you only get a choice of like 5 or 6 a week. And I just and mine repeated a lot, so it's just like I just did not like that. I want where you have the bronze, silver, and gold, and it's just like you are cranking through them, and you're working on all of them at the same time.
Right.
I wanted to see that. I was kind of hoping they would say it would be cross-save. so I could buy the game on PC and I could buy the game on Xbox, but still work toward one character and company. I think that's what you're talking about earlier.
That would be
right?
nice
Instead
if you could just log into your EA account, you know?
Yeah, like, and I want that because, you know, this, for Battlefield 5, I'm buying on PC. I seem to do that every other year type of thing.
Yeah.
But I have friends that play on Xbox, so I want to play on Xbox, but I don't want to start over every single time. Like, you know, I'm looking at my stats for Battlefield 4, and I'm 122 on PC, and I'm like a 104 on Xbox for Battlefield 4. It's like I shouldn't have had to do that. I should be max level and not have to put that much time into both sides. And for Battlefield 1, I'm like an 80-something and a 4. You know, it's just like I don't want to have to do that.
You know, talking about keeping the, you know, not splitting the player base, you know, with, hey, these maps are going to be free so everybody can play them. But
that's awesome.
Can we just log into our Origins account and, you know, and like Brun said, at least for the medals and ribbons and stuff, you know, keep that going and even collect, maybe let's just say not with XP because somebody could exploit that, right? But I would say for the ribbons and the medals, absolutely use your Origin account, whether you're on Xbox, and then, hey, if I'm on the PS4 or back to the PC again.
Yeah, I don't know if EA will jump on board with that soon. I think a lot of companies still have to catch up with that in terms of PC and console crossplay with stats. I think a lot of companies are going to be doing a lot of that in the future.
Well, as a person in the IT field, a database is a database is a database.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I don't care where you shove the data. If your data is getting inserted and saved
and it would
from
make
the
sense,
Xbox,
right, for them to do it. Yeah.
And I'm not saying cross-buy.
Yeah,
you know,
I know. I'm saying, you guys would buy 2 copies of the game and just play it on both platforms. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't know why companies haven't done that. Who knows?
Yeah, and without doing Premium Pass and paying $120 for one version, I could pay $120 and get both games. But
awesome.
There you go.
You know, so...
There you go. That means you could buy the Xbox version, Ron.
Yeah, but and most likely I probably will own them both. But it's the part of having to do everything over.
And so Gunny mentioned it right now. When Premium Pass is gone, guys, everybody cheered about that. Yeah. I don't know how I mean, I feel like it's a good move because I do have a lot of the... I have Premium for the last 4 Battlefield games or whatever, since Battlefield 3 or whatever, but... You know, playing Battlefield Premium on my Battlefield 1 copy on my Xbox, there's times where I do get into a match and there's nobody in there. There's just nobody. And I hate having to go to, like, search a match and then Conquest and then, like, oh, Conquest, but which DLC do you want to play? I'm like, I don't care. I just want to play Conquest. You know, I don't want to have to pick base map or Naval Strike or this or They Shall Not Pass. I don't want to pick the DLC. I just want to be able to just hit Conquest and get into that. So I think that's going to be a good move for them to be able to get all the content together for all the players. Hopefully we find way less empty lobbies. And guys, I know that it's EA and I know they're going to do it this year again, but how do you guys think they're going to handle the launch of this game with the servers? What are we expecting?
Well, Battlefield 1 did fine.
Yeah. For the most part.
I remember it worked. It worked day 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Battlefield 1 was fine. I think this one will be fine. You know, the one thing I hope they fix is I want to build my squad and then go into the game.
Yeah.
And not this like, hey, everybody be ready to hold X or whatever the button is. I hit the button, guys. I hit the button. You know.
Are you in my game? Are you on my team? What team are you on?
What squad are you on?
Squad. I'm on Foxtrot. Oh, you're on the wrong team. It's just always
you're on the wrong side.
It always happens. It always happens in Battlefield 1. Oh man, at least Battlefield 4 had that, right? Create a squad. Why they never brought that to Battlefield 1? It's kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah,
they just never brought it.
They were just trying something different, and I think that was one thing a lot of people complained about. So hopefully they fix it.
Yeah. So one of the things, like Brun said, was going back to Battlefield 1 was where it took a while for you to, once you were in that screen, it's like, okay, I'm loading in. No, it's still loading. It's not erroring out. It's not timing out. I'm still good. Hey, but once you got in there, you were golden, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't like, the problems that Battlefield 4 had. So, yeah, I didn't mind waiting that extra. How long did it take? 2 minutes sometimes?
No.
Maybe longer for Battlefield 1. But once you got in, you were in that match. And even if it was near the end, it was like, okay, now it's fine. We're all in the same squad. We're going to go on to the next match and kick ass.
I am going to miss premium queues. That was nice.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they'll put premium queue in loot boxes.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, you get to buy a loot box that lets you get in line faster.
Yeah, get into the front of the line pass.
Don't give EA any ideas.
Disney
man.
World.
Don't give them ideas, man.
I know.
So,
people will pay for that. They will.
I'll probably pay for it. Just don't give them ideas, dude. So, guys, pretty much Battlefield 5. It's coming out October. What was it? October 19th? October 19th?
Yes. So it's here. I got. If you want, I could rattle this off real quick.
Awesome.
So for pre-order, you can pre-order the game. First game trial is on October 11th. Deluxe edition owners can start playing on October 16th, and everyone else can start playing on the 19th. Bonuses for pre-order is you get early access to the beta, immediate access to 5. Now this here doesn't make sense. I'm wondering if somebody goofed up on this, but immediate access to 5 Battlefield 1 weapons for use in Battlefield 1.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Probably get some stuff for your old game that you were... Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Paratrooper outfit, 1 of 8 special soldier sets. Special assignments earn rewards and get an edge over the competition by completing special assignments. If you remember, special assignments, I think, were part of Premium a long time ago. Deluxe Edition also gets you early access to Battlefield 5 base game, which is starting on the 16th instead of the 19th. You get 5 sets of paratrooper outfits and 20 weekly items with airlift. One is $59.99. The other one is $79.99.
What is airlift? That must be their loot box system.
Yeah,
I think that's what their loot boxes are going to be, or their crates. I think, but when they were talking about they're like, no, you can't pay to win. Like even Battlefield 1 wasn't pay to win, like we were saying earlier. But I really think it's just that's how you're going. It's going to be more like Battlefield 4. Like I don't think you're going to be able to buy crates or buy airlifts.
Does that mean if let's say if they're gonna sell the crates, bro? And let's be real. They sold the crates for Battlefield 1. They sold the crates for Battlefield 4. They're gonna sell them separately. They're gonna take your money if you're willing to give it to them. But I think you're right. I think you're gonna be able to unlock them while you rank up. I just don't think they're gonna be as common as they were in Battlefield 4. I think they're gonna be more like Battlefield 1, where you get them once in a while.
I don't think they were enough in Battlefield 4.
Battlefield 4 were pretty common. Almost every rank you got.
Sorry. I meant Battlefield 1.
That's why I think it's gonna be like Battlefield 1, where they're gonna kind of leak him out to you. Like, here's one. Here's a cool hat. Maybe you want to complete that outfit. Pay us $5. We'll give you the rest.
Yeah. See, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna do that.
You don't think so? I think they would totally do that.
Not in my opinion. Not if you go and you buy the deluxe edition and you're getting 20 crates a week.
So wait. If you buy the deluxe edition, you're getting 20 crates every single week for the life of the game?
You're getting 20 weekly items with airlift.
Whoa! So it's pretty much like buying premium if you buy the deluxe edition.
Well, okay, assuming these are cosmetic items for your weapons and
that's all it is. That's all it is.
Like camos and stuff, right? Yes, camos, paints, etc.
But all it is all cosmetic.
I'm fine with that.
But
that's why I'm saying I don't think they're going to sell them, because
that's so weird. So it means I have to buy the deluxe edition to get these 20 crates or 20 items every week.
Well, you get 20 weekly items with airlift. That's if you want to do that.
I might just do that.
I mean, that's just, they've always had a deluxe edition. So, in my opinion, here's what I think. Is you used to you could buy the deluxe edition and the premium pass.
Yeah.
They're saying no premium pass. They're open up the maps to everybody. You're getting all the DLC to me, it's going to be for at least 2 years, because Battlefield doesn't come out every year. You know, you're gonna get content for at least, you know, a year and a half to 2 years. You know, what they're saying here is for $20 more, you're gonna get early access, 5 outfits, and 20 weekly items. I mean, if you want to support them and give them that, then
for $20,
and you can always do the base game and upgrade to the deluxe edition.
Oh, you
later.
can.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know you.
now.
I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty.
Well,
cool.
they do that now with all their games. You can start with standard and go to all the way to Ultimate Edition. And all it does is give you stuff. So
I'll probably sign up for EA Access. Play it on the 11th with EA Access. That's the 11th, right? You get 10 hours on EA Access on the 11th.
Yeah, you probably get the first mission free, to
first
play.
Mission free, and then multiplayer for 10 hours. Okay, so that's the 11th with EA Access, only on Xbox and PC. And then on the 16th is for the special edition, which I'll probably end up buying. And the 19th for the regular edition. That's pretty cool. I like it. I mean, companies got to do what they got to do, right? And most companies do that nowadays, where if you buy the Ultimate Edition or whatever edition, you get it a few days earlier than everybody else. I think that's okay. It's not a big deal.
And I think the other thing too that I really liked about one of the things that I liked about Battlefield 1 was ever since day one, since I would play with Jesus and you guys were premium members and I wasn't, but I took the benefit of maybe not getting that double XP, but also I was able to play with you on all of those maps.
Oh, that's right. They did have that feature.
Yeah, so that was fun that I got to try those out and say, hey, you know what? Maybe I want to buy premium,
Yeah.
But they didn't split us apart and go, well, you don't have that map, so you can't play.
Yeah, they're not splitting us apart at all now. So that's
cool.
the best. Yeah, that's the best thing. And I've always said, like, instead of these loot boxes and stuff, I'm not against supporting a developer or somebody that I like. And I've always kind of said, it's like they always put these weird things in, like, oh, to get more money. If you want to give us more money, then do these loot boxes and stuff like that. But then what they do is, like in Battlefield, Battlefield 4 used to get crates all the time. We just laughed. I did log in and I had 9 waiting on me to open for Battlefield 4.
Yeah, I told you that. It's always like that.
and then Battlefield 1, it's like, okay, you get one every so often.
Every 3 months we'll give you one.
Yeah, or you can support us and buy some, but they're just cosmetic, but you can buy them. I'm just like, they put that in the game, and really, to me, it'd be more beneficial just to say, hey, we put a donate button on our website. There
you go.
If you want to donate us additional money, go donate us additional money, because
and we'll give you a loot crate.
Well, no, I don't need loot. I don't need a hat.
Why not, Brian?
I don't need a hat. I don't need a hat.
It's a cool hat
for my character.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I just got to butt in real quick. My phone is about to die because I have one of these stupid new iPhones where you can't charge it and use a wired headset at the same time.
Oh, that's lame.
So there's just 2 major things I want to bring up real quick.
Bring them up.
And then I'm going to quietly slip out of the room. There are 2 things we have not discussed that are a huge part of Battlefield, or that are going to be a huge part of Battlefield now. One of them has been. The first thing is destruction, which they mentioned you can level the battlefield completely, but also build it back up with the new fortification system. Yeah. So I'm worried, like, holy shit, what are they going to do with this? Am I going to be shooting at a guy and he's going to build a wall in front of my bullets? Like it's Fortnite or some crap?
Yeah.
If that's the case, I'm going to crap myself. I want to know how they're going to implement this. Like if it's going to just people running around with the little toolboxes, building walls and stuff, or if it's just digging foxholes.
Yeah, so I have some info on that. It's maybe a good time if you get a chance after this, go check out Jack Fragg's latest video. He talks about, like, there are certain places you're going to be able to build these reinforcements and stuff. It's not just going to be like, Fortnite where you're just jumping around and building stuff. Like, I think there's certain places you're going to be able to do it. And as far as rebuilding a building, they're saying, like, everybody will have a toolbox, but support will be able to do everything faster. But this is something where it's like you're going to be like doing the little wrench motion, to build up something.
Do you have a huge mustache? Does the support guy have a huge mustache when he's running around with his toolbox?
Yeah. So, But yeah, I don't think you have to worry about too much on that.
I'm looking at here. Info says that you're going to be able to build in predefined content like sandbags, tank stoppers, and trenches. Yeah. So
maybe like a Gears of War 4.
Yeah, something like that, where you only build a certain area up. You're not going to be able to build the whole building again, I don't think.
Oh, no. Man, I can't wait to see entire buildings crumbling again, like Battlefield Bad Company 2 Destruction, where you can take a building and just flatten it.
Yeah.
So
with everyone inside.
June 9th is when you'll be able to see that.
Yeah. So. One thing they are getting rid of is regenerating health all the way. They said that on the multi-stage operations, the big operations, grand operations is what it's called, they're going to get rid of the full regenerating health. Like, the bar will regenerate, but only to a certain point, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the max you'll go, I think. I wonder if a medic will be able to heal you, like if a medic runs up to you and pokes you with a needle or something, they're going to be able to heal you all the way.
Yep.
Okay.
It will be. So. Yes. Yeah. So basically, it's no regenerating health. You have to actually rely on your partners and your medics, and the bars are split in thirds. So once the first 1/3 of that goes all the way down to the second, then you cannot recoup that that third unless a medic's there.
That's huge, man. That is huge. People are going to be running around looking for medics.
Yeah.
Medics better do their job.
Going back to the hardcore.
God, I can see it now. Need medic, and he's just standing there.
He's just standing there looking at you.
Yeah.
Well, see, that
runs right past you.
Jumping.
Trying to get his attention.
See, so I'll be the medic, guys. I'll just be out there with med packs, just dropping them like they're candy,
I'm excited for this game, guys. I love the trailer. I thought it looked amazing. I love how, it just looks good. I love how there's no more premium. We don't got to pay for that. We won't be split up anymore. And I'm just hyped. I'm excited to see what they bring into the table. And about the Battle Royale, I'm not worried about that. I think it doesn't really need it. Like we said before, Conquest is pretty good. The Operations mode is a big hit. That's my favorite mode now in Battlefield. So there's that. And if they somehow bring a Battle Royale mode to this later on or announce it at E3, I don't know what that'll do for me for the game. Like, I don't think it'll change my mind on it. I think it'll be just a feature that's there. Maybe I'll check it out once in a while, but I think
it'll split the player base way too much, to be honest.
You think so?
Between Conquest, Operations, and a Battle Royale mode, it's
too many.
It's not a good idea.
You think so? I don't know. Maybe they'll do it just to compete against Call of Duty in that term. I mean, in those terms or whatever. But they don't really have to.
No, they don't have to. And as far as World War II, like I don't mind that it's going back to World War II. We haven't had a good World War II game in a long time.
Yeah, Call of Duty was not a good World War II game. It was okay.
You are.
We're going to be able to fly fun planes again.
Ooh, I want to fly the Mustang.
And drive awesome tanks again.
Oh, man.
So many weapons.
Dude, can you imagine like a Pearl Harbor fucking mission or something where you have to defend the fucking ships against the Japanese divers and shit? Oh, man.
I'll be up there on the double A.
That would be insane if they did.
We've never done Pearl Harbor, have we?
Can you imagine if they did a Pearl Harbor like operations or something where like a team is on the ships and a team is the Japanese side coming in for the bombing? Oh, man. Holy shit. That would be cool. Like, they could do so much with this. Just because it's World War II, they could do so much. And they actually mentioned that you will, at times, get to fight from the Germans' perspective. And I wonder if in the campaign, if they're going to have some battles where you're fighting as the Germans against whoever, even if you're the losing team or whatever in the campaign. I wonder if they're going to have you view the war from their perspective. Because it did say they're going to take you to places you've never been before in World War II, in situations you've never seen. So they're going to have different armies, I think, fighting. I think we're going to see some campaign missions in Africa, of course, because we really haven't seen those in games.
Yeah. I picture the playing as the Germans. I think about the Wreck-It Ralph. Just because I'm a bad guy doesn't mean I'm a bad guy, type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I wonder how that's going to play out. I wonder what battle they would pick specifically if you're going to fight as the Germans, what battle they would pick for them, for you to get to play as the campaign.
Well, and, in all honesty, I think, being on the German side during the Blitzkrieg.
Yeah.
And going into Poland and stuff like that is probably maybe something they should do, because as far as a war standpoint, Blitzkrieg was like unstoppable. I mean, that's why they marched across Europe like they did. They just rushed people.
Yeah.
And that's why they were seen as such a power when they did that. So
I'll be excited. I wonder if they'll do any Pacific theater missions for the campaign. That would be so cool, man. Be so cool.
Yeah, I mean, we've had those before.
But imagine fighting as a Japanese soldier against like the Marines. Oh man.
Pearl Harbor one's interesting, except it's a lot of ship and plane.
Yeah.
But they've always had those aerial
missions
stuff, like where it's just planes and stuff.
Yeah, they've always had those missions, like one plane mission in every game. Why not make the plane mission a Pearl Harbor mission?
Yeah.
I mean, they could do so much with this game. We're excited, guys. We're all excited. For the people listening, look forward to Battlefield 5. We're going to be playing it when it comes out. We're going to see a lot more over at E3. Of course, they're going to unveil their multiplayer at E3. I'm pretty sure people are going to be playing it there and all that at EA Play. If you have Xbox or a PC, head on over to Origins Access or EA Access on the Xbox. And if you pay, I think it's $30 a year on Xbox. I don't know how much it is on PC.
30
or $5 a month. You could go on October and sign up for $5. You're going to get to play the game early, 5 days before everybody else. October 11th, you get to play. I'm pretty sure they're going to have a mission of the campaign, and then they give you like 10 hours to play the multiplayer, so you're going to be able to play till you run out of 10 hours. Do that. It's going to be awesome.
And remember, with Origin and EA Access, you get 10% as well.
Oh, you do get a discount. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. So, I mean, I know you could do, it's kind of weird, like, I'm going to pay $5 this month so I can pre-order Battlefield.
Get a discount.
And save myself $6. But, so,
hey, but it's try it before you buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I stopped my EA Access on Xbox because I haven't been playing on my Xbox as much, and it seemed like, with EA games, it kind of they haven't pumped out as much as they have recently. Yeah. But this is something where maybe I'll drop the 30 on PC to get the 10% and to get the early access and to be able to pre-order and get into the beta. So
the beta also, for the beta, they haven't said when the beta is going to be, but it will be a private beta at first where only the pre-orders get in.
Yep.
And then it'll be open for everybody.
Yep.
And it'll probably be the same as Battlefield 1, where they had like 2 betas. They had one like in the summer and one towards the end. It'll probably be exactly the same. But that's it, guys. That's it for the show. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming on, guys. This is like a last minute thing, but I just needed to talk about Battlefield. I think it looks cool.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So that's right. Where could we find you, Brun, and Brink? Brun first.
Let's see. I'm on BJSwick33 on Xbox and BJSwick33 on Origin, if you're going to also pick it up on PC. So
awesome. Former host of
TXL, which is This Xbox Life, and I'm on Twitter, BJSwick33. I'm BJSwick33 pretty much on everything.
And Brink is gone. That's Brink of Eternity. You can find him on Xbox Live. He'll be playing some Battlefield. Of course, he's my gaming buddy. Gunny?
Hey, find me on Xbox and Steam and Twitter under Gunnychief. And BJ Swick, I follow you on Twitter. Happy birthday to your daughter.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, whoa. Happy birthday to your daughter.
I put a tweet on. I was like, today is my daughter's 12th birthday. I called her and wished her a happy Battlefield V reveal day.
Yes.
Nice. All right, guys. You can find me on Xbox Live, Gamertag, JesusWalksAlot, or on the Horrible Gamers podcast proper, which we'll be recording on this Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. So,
yep.
All right, guys. Bye. Hopefully you enjoyed this Battlefield talk.